Okay, we are live. This is Lisa Dene, and you're on Stunning Radio with Lisa and Shareece. Lip service with Lisa and Shareece. Hope you all are doing okay out there. How you doing, Miss Shareece?
I am wonderful. How are you?
You know what? I decided to get all glammed up because we're not going nowhere. I
Right.
feel like we are going into another lockdown, and it's taking a toll on. I don't know. It's really not a bad thing, but it's just kind of make you feel some type of way.
Yeah. You know what? I keep saying, I really think that they tried to open the city too fast to begin.
Mm-hmm.
I think they don't need to completely shut it down, but I think that if you are amongst people and it's more than three or four people, you just need to cease it. you know. Uh, Stores, I mean, we're not going nowhere. So stores don't need to be open other than the grocery stores and stuff like that, uh, auto stores, stuff like that. But I just think that this is a time for us to really just kind of regroup and oh, whatever you did, you just look lighter. Did
I
you?
turned on my light. I forgot my light wasn't on.
Oh, okay, yeah. So now I can see all your beautiful eyeshadow. So I just think it's time for everybody to kind of regroup, reset. For the ones that didn't do it the first time, reset and start over fresh.
Mm-hmm.
What you think?
Well, I feel like it's time everybody should do kind of what you did. You started finding, look at your picture in the background. Look at this lady. She is a artiste, y'all. You found your love again for art. I mean, that's a winner. You're winning. That's a win.
Yeah,
And I think everybody should do that. I learned how to braid my hair and now I'm in love with braids. I mean, if you don't come out of it with something that you didn't have positive
right,
before, then you're not doing it right.
right. You're so right. And there's
Yeah.
there's a positive in everything. When he closes one door, is to sit you down for you to listen, for him to tell you what he has in store for you for the next chapter of your life.
Right, right, absolutely. I think that's the thing that we don't really realize. When you have a whole lot of time on your hands, there's a reason for it. And maybe it's something that you need to, yeah, maybe something you need to think about. You need to regroup. You need to rediscover some things. I know for me, you are a hairdresser.
Yes,
You do hair.
yes.
I wanted to be a hairdresser. I wanted to do hair, but
Okay.
yeah, I was discouraged from doing it, from people in the family, from family members or whatever, because they thought that, I had more of a career in business. And I'm thinking to myself, that is business. I
What is
shouldn't have
more
listened.
business you can give it credit for?
Yeah, you do a lot of business doing hair. It's a business.
Yeah, and
Anything where you're doing transactions is a business.
yeah, and anytime you work for yourself, you really work almost five times harder, 10 times harder than a person that has a 9 to 5. Because
Hmm.
every day that we wake up, we don't know if we're gonna make a dime or a dollar.
Right,
So
right.
you got to get up, get your hustle and grind on. I have a paper that I look at on a daily basis of what I want to make daily, weekly, monthly, and I try to set goals to hit all of those challenges and make it work.
Man, that's a blessing. Well, for me, I just kind of rediscovered my love for that and doing my own hair, doing my boys' hair. I cut hair. I know how to fade it in. I know how to do all that. I should have just really went to barber school, really just been cosmetology,
Now,
really just did the thing. But now my back all messed up. I don't know if I'll be the first barber sitting in the chair
girl, we
doing
got
hair.
stools we sit in. Shoot, we got stools we sit in.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh yes,
But it is just a blessing that we have this time to discover things that we didn't really know about ourselves. And I
yeah,
think that's what people should take this time to do. So I wanted to talk today about like how we feel. And this is something that I'm going to use this graphic to kind of show this is kind of how we look right now. We in the middle. This is me.
Love that.
And I'm surrounded by all these things. I'm surrounded by people, protesting. And we want to talk a little bit about this graphic and how we feel. And
Yeah,
so we're going to keep the graphic up, but we're going to talk a little bit about the graphic and how we feel. So we are trying to do a wellness check
okay.
and talk a little bit about how you feel about what's going on around you.
Uh, I'm staying prayed up. And again, like I said, for me, I'm okay with being at home because I am creating pieces for when the pandemic stops and people are buying houses and they're moving and they're doing different things. Because now this is the summer. This is when usually people decide to move because kids are out of school. Well, it threw a monkey wrench
Hmm.
because they've been out now for the last 2.5, 3 months. But
Yes.
I'm just I try not to absorb and listen to so much news because with television, it's just that they tell us their vision of what they want us to think or feel,
That's a good point.
and I listen to it for a few, and then after that, I go on about my business because if you get so consumed with it, you get obsessed with it, and then you see what's going on. Because when I go to the stores, I don't see people, it's mandatory. I don't see a lot of them still wearing masks. When I
Right.
go out, I make sure that I have one in my purse or I keep three, four, five of them in the car. Now when I'm driving by myself, no, I don't wear a mask. But when I'm out in the public, yes, I definitely go in the store with a mask on. I don't say anything to the people that don't want to wear one because it's their choice. But don't get mad when they shut us totally down again because there's so many people that don't feel like this is real.
Well, I mean, it is real, and I think what does it take for people to know it's real? And I, for
They
me,
had
I
over
just
100,000 people die, so I don't understand.
and then do you feel like I feel like we're still in the first wave of COVID, and now they're saying we might have a second wave. I just feel like the rest of this year is kind of shot as far as
War.
social events, functions, crowds. We're not
It's,
going to experience that this year.
it's a wash. And it's so unfortunate because this affects everybody worldwide, in and out the states. I have a girlfriend who I've known since the sixth grade. She's gotten her tickets to come to Texas. But I'm like, I don't even want you to come now because they're talking about if you come to Texas, when you get back home, it's mandatory for you to be on lockdown for 14 days because of how high the COVID is here. And then you
Yes,
come here, you don't want to just sit in the house.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's affecting so many people in so many ways. But I guess what is the overall answer? Because the whole thing is, guess what? Like I touched on last week, when they finally open back up, Corona goes down, there's still going to be so many people that are without jobs.
Well, see, I think that we have to realize that, you know, if you are in a job where you got to deal with people and you got to deal with a lot of people, your life have changed.
Yeah,
Your life have changed. It may never be the same. People are realizing if you in a people business, whether it's retail, whether it's a medical company, whether it's entertainment, even if you in that type of business where you got to deal with large groups of people that you don't know, strangers, your whole life changed in March, and it
yeah,
may never go back to being the same. Teachers, people who deal with it in colleges and universities, it's everything is different for them,
right.
and it may never go back. So now we have to deal with a new normal. And that's the reason why people just got to learn how to wear these masks. These masks are here to stay for a while.
Yeah,
We need to understand that mask ain't going nowhere. So we're going to have to wear masks. We have to be social distance from each other. And then we have to find ways to do business without actually being in crowds.
right.
And that might be for a while.
Yeah. I think at least to the end of the year.
at least to the end of the year. But then when the wave starts again, what we gonna do then? Be on lockdown again? It's something that we have to really, really think about the fact that this virus doesn't have a cure, and you can spread it without knowing that you have it. If anybody remember, this is just how it was when HIV and AIDS started. We didn't have to lie because it was sexually transmitted, and so and a few other ways, but you had to really be in contact with the person. This you could just be walking past a person, talking to them. You don't have to interact with them physically to catch coronavirus.
You're right. You're
It's
right.
different. But the
You're right.
same thing that it has in common with HIV and AIDS is it took the world by storm. People
Hmm.
did not know they got it, and people can spread it without knowing that they spreading it.
Yep. You're right.
The dangerous part of it. And then we have all these leaders, the governors, the mayors, the president, and all these people who make it all political. It's all
Yeah.
political to them. And
Hmm.
that's sad because it's about our life and livelihood.
Right. And I just don't understand it. Everything has a flu-like symptom.
Hmm.
HIV, flu-like symptom. Ebola, flu-like symptom. Uh, what did we have when Obama was in office? Everything has a flu-like symptom, but yet we don't even have uh, an antidote, even just for the simple flu.
Well, they do have the flu shot, the flu vaccine, and it's not 100%, but
That
it
part.
it can, yeah, that part.
That part.
And some people get sicker. Some people get the flu from it.
Yeah, because right, they're giving you the antibody to build up your system, but I just don't understand how every disease that we have had within the last probably 5, 10 years all has flu-like symptoms. I was reading up on it. It's crazy.
Well, I really believe I had the coronavirus because I was very sick in the beginning of December. And if I thought I had the flu at first, but it wasn't the flu, it was something different. I felt very tired. I had no sense of smell or no sense of taste. And I just could not get up out the bed. And when I got out of the bed, I just felt weird. It was a weakness that I haven't felt ever before. I felt like my whole body was weak.
Wow.
And when I couldn't smell nothing and couldn't taste nothing, I just thought that was really weird. I didn't have any fever that I know of. I didn't feel feverish, but again, I didn't take my temperature, but I knew I couldn't work. I couldn't do anything for about 2 weeks. And this was way before they said anything about coronavirus. So I
Right.
really believe I had it because that's some of the symptoms that they tell you you get when you have it. And so, I mean, how long has it really been here? Because that was in December when I really believe I had it.
I thought they said October, November was the first time it hit the states.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised because it was like 2 weeks, and I start feeling better around Christmas, but the whole 2 weeks of December was shot for me. I could not motivate myself to get up. I was so tired, and it wasn't just tired, it was like exhaustion. That's how I felt. Exhaustion. And then when I would try to eat something, it's so weird when you can't taste nothing. And I couldn't smell anything. I mean, I couldn't really rest either. I would take something to sleep, but I wouldn't be rested. So I think I really did have coronavirus. I didn't have any respiratory problems though. A lot of people can't breathe or have to be on a respirator because of their breathing change. But I don't know. That's the only thing that makes me wonder if I had it because I didn't have any breathing problems.
Well, but you had some of the other symptoms
Yeah, I
because
had some of the other symptoms.
smell, all of that is part of the corona. So you may have had just a mild case of it. Because there's people
Yeah,
being tested that have it and they're not having any symptoms whatsoever.
any symptoms. And that's the part that I think is scary because you could still pass it to somebody else. I knew that when I was sick, I didn't want no interaction with my grandson, but my baby son, he still got it. And it was the same for him. He was very tired, just sleeping all the time. He didn't say whether or not he lost his smell and touch because he was never awake. But I did. I lost my sense of smell and touch. And I was exhausted. I mean, not touch, taste, sense of smell and taste. And I was
Yeah.
exhausted.
Wow. I told you I had a family member that literally had the corona and was down for like 27 days. And
Wow.
it's just a blessing that he came through because he's also a cancer survivor. And I mean, it's this is crazy that our government does not see it as such, and is not really taking it serious enough to take the necessary precautions to prevent anything else from going awry. Because, like, I was watching the TV the other day, and they were saying that we've had more deaths with this corona than they had in World War I.
Wow. In a short period of time, it hasn't even been a year.
Right?
That's what's scary about
It's
it.
not even 6 months.
Hey guys, I just noticed some of you guys' comments. Hey Victoria, hey Sheila, hey Titan Capri. Yeah, Victoria says that she thinks she had it. Well, she said I had it in February, and now my niece has it.
Wow.
Wow, Victoria, I didn't even know you had it. So I'm glad that you're better. She also says my cousin just died from it. Whoa, that's pretty serious.
Yeah,
Yeah, prayers to you and your family. A lot
absolutely.
of people feel like if they don't know somebody who have it, then it's not really happening. And I
Right.
want to read what Titan said. He said a lot of people got sick around that time. It was already here. Then in January, they start really reporting it. A lot of people didn't know that they had it until later on. And I know that's true because I really feel like I had it. And I remember telling one of my friends, it's not the flu. I feel different. There's something different. And
Mhm.
I just could not get myself together for 2 weeks straight.
Wow.
So, yeah, I
Yeah,
really believe that I had it.
this is serious, and we have to do better with taking it serious. We have to do better with going out, or better yet, stay home. Unless it's necessary for you to go somewhere, stay home.
Unless it's essential, that's
Yeah,
what they tell us we don't have to go. But I think that's part of what we want to talk about today, the isolation. People feel isolated. And it's been since March since some people was really able to go out and
yeah,
be around each other. And we have to find different ways. I mean, some people feel so isolated. That's why the bars was packed in Houston. They opened the bars for what, 2 weeks?
but the whole thing is they had the bars packed. They weren't wearing masks. They weren't social distancing. They drinking, laughing all up in each other's faces, kikiing and all of that. They had those water parks open. I had seen something on one young lady's page right here in Houston. She's a air personality, and the place wherever she was for Memorial Weekend was off the chain. I'm talking packed. I think I seen maybe four people with a mask on, and there
Oh, wow.
were hundreds of people there.
Wow.
So it's like, really? Or I just don't get where they come and they'll have masks on. They may have gloves on, but then you got booty shorts on.
I guess they say, you can't catch it through the booty, so I'm gonna let this booty show. That's part of isolation too. I think we can be honest about the fact, especially as women. If you're not in a relationship, when you go out and you look good, that's how you get somebody tell you cute and you flirt around a little bit and you good. You go back home.
Right, because you like, at least I made somebody a day today. So I definitely get that because I know they say online dating has gone up and stuff like that. I had went on a date with this guy and I thought it was so cute and so funny that we had went. We this is right probably about maybe a week or two after they had said they were opening back up the restaurants.
Uh-huh.
We met at Papados
Oh, okay.
and ordered the food. Got there and they weren't. It wasn't dine in. It was only carry out. Girl, he said, well, I had something just for this occasion, just in case. Girl, he had a folding table and two chairs, and we sat right there on their lot and ate our food. And it was cool.
Wow, that is
And
awesome.
people that were coming to get their food was like, oh my God, that's such a cool idea. So it was his car, our table, then my truck on the other side. And we sat there, we ate, we laughed, we talked, we had a good time, and then of course we left, but that was something different and totally unique because
That
we
is
didn't
different.
do something like that.
I really like that. I
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
this comment from Titan Capri because I really think he's on to something here. He says the government has not truly shared how serious this is. The information was not clear in the beginning and is still to this day is not clear. I agree with that. I think the government has not told us everything.
That's what I'm saying. They're not taking it serious. They're not telling us everything other than, just mask up. It's something. Because even with this dust,
This Saharan dust, yeah,
mhm, what's
yeah.
really going on?
And now they tell you if you have any allergies, that's here in Houston, this Sahara dust. You have any allergies or respiratory problems, avoid going outside.
Mhm.
It's like you really can't go outside for now
Right.
for
The
nothing.
killer hornets. I'm like, it's something. You eat, you die. You sleep, you die. You breathe, you die. It's like, what next?
And I want to read what Sheila said too. She said the problem is that no people feel that no one can tell them anything since they're grown, but it's killing people on a daily basis and extremely sad. That's the thing. Some people really feel like it's a violation of their rights to wear a mask. I think that's insane.
That's crazy.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
A
If it's
client of mine was just telling me that they were protesting in Florida about that.
about wearing a mask,
Wearing a mask.
and
Yeah.
it's crazy because it's to keep you safe and the people around you safe.
Yeah.
I mean, it's different when you got been told to wear a condom. That's your choice because that's just you and that person. If you
Okay,
got a
it
roadblock,
may
that's
be as
on you.
you want.
Right. But when it's like the public, and also people can go back and spread this to their children, their parents, their loved ones,
And
it's just
kill them,
selfish.
possibly take them out.
Yeah, that's just
I
selfish.
don't get.
People don't care. It's
Yeah.
selfish.
Yeah.
But I want to go back to what you're saying about the online dating. It's so crazy because I think for me, I can speak for myself. Before coronavirus, I'm just a person. I'm individual, been married, divorced, been there, done that. And I was content to live the rest of my life by myself because I'm good. You know,
Right.
Before coronavirus, I'm like, I'm straight. I don't
Yeah.
want to deal with no drama. I don't deal with nobody. I don't
Right.
deal with drama. I ain't really trying to date. I'm trying to worry about doing my music, getting my business up. I don't really care. But that coronavirus came through. I was like, oh,
Good.
um,
I'm
let me
looking
take
for you. I'm looking for you.
yes. I started looking like where he at?
Right.
I was
Hello. Hello. Hello.
that coronavirus. Victoria said we need to vote in November and get these people out of office because they are trying to kill us all.
Definitely need to vote.
Just like when they brought other things into our communities, it has backfired on them. You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I really feel like since they know that this virus affects African Americans at a higher rate, I think they don't care. I think they feel like let them get it and let them die off, especially with the protests. Because if you think about it, they really didn't care about the protests. They was just like, let them do it. As long as, all these crowds, I just felt like, yes, we should we should protest and we should demand justice, but we need to be socially distant and we need to have some masks on. But there was nobody really demanding that because I think they feel like let them get it. Let them go and do it.
That and what I was most proud of is that on every news media that I kind of flipped through on TV, everybody said the same thing, that the difference between the protests in the 60s versus the protests now are that they're so multicultural, that is an array of everybody. And then the fact that it touched me so deeply that to see all over in the Netherlands and Paris that they have had enough as well. That they're now protesting, and it's sad that racist president that we have thus far does not. He gets it, but he doesn't care. You
I
know,
think he is part of the white people, the white minority right now that's realizing that this country has changed. The white people is no longer the majority. Now they the minority.
And no matter how they try to sugarcoat things, it's always racist undertones and things.
Mm-hmm.
It's time that we vote these people out of office. Like there was a thing that I got in my inbox from somebody sent it to me, but Candy Burris was talking about how they're changing. It's not Democrat and Republicans on the ballot. So
Really?
now you really have to know who the people are that you want to vote for because they're just names.
Wow.
Yeah, they're names. I'll send it to you when we get off of here. But they're names, and you really have to educate yourself on these people. Like I've seen this lady, somebody wall. Well, I already know she down with Trump. I'm not voting for her.
Kathleen Wall here in
Yes,
Texas.
that's
She has,
wall.
yeah, she has all these ads about the law and order, and we need to get these people back in line. And I'm
Yeah,
supporting Trump and
yeah,
all this.
yeah.
See, the political ads really they help when they let me know. All you need to let me know is you with Trump, and I'm voting against
The
you. I'm
opposite way.
voting the other
Absolutely.
way.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
Um,
So we definitely have to educate ourselves. And when we go to the bowl, bring a friend that bring a friend that bring a friend
yes. Yes, that's what I said. Before we need to get back to how we used to be as Black people. We used to do more things together.
in a group
Now it's
setting.
like everybody do their own thing. We all individuals. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do it. We used to get together and talk about, and let's go do these things together. Let's
Mhm.
go. Let's have a little group and let's talk about. Hey, we're going to vote today. Let's all get together, cook some food or whatever, have something to eat. Now I ain't talking about 50 people. But, we still need to social distance.
Five
But
or six,
5 or 6 people,
15.
let's all get together, make some healthy food, eat, go to the polls, make a day of it. We need to be doing this stuff together so
Yes.
that we know we can educate each other. I went one time doing a primary where I did not educate myself and I did not know who was what. I just wanted to vote for Mayor Turner. It was the mayor, when it was the mayor. And I didn't look at everything else. And in that particular time, I don't think they did have Republican and Democrat. And I was totally lost because I'm used to just voting amongst my party line. I'm used
Yep.
to just vote. Oh, I'm gonna vote all Democrat. And
Right.
so that day I got there and I was like, oh, I don't know who these people are.
Right.
So
You
I
like
just started looking for Jenkins.
like he sounds like he might be okay.
Yes,
We definitely have to educate ourselves because time is beyond essence. It's so much more important because we have to get those old, raggedy, wrinkled up white people out of there
and
and
that's the
get
point.
some
Yeah.
diversity in the Senate, in Congress, that are going to be really for the people who put them in and hold them accountable.
Yeah, because if you think about it, the main people that make most of the decisions in our country, all of them old and most of them white. What do they know? What do they really know
Yeah.
about what we go through and what we need? They
Like
don't know.
how he sat up there and snuck and tried to slide the little thing in. We in the middle of a pandemic and you trying to get rid of Obamacare? Are you serious right now?
That's
But
really sad.
again, racist undertones because he's not caring because who is the most people that are passing away from it?
And yeah,
And the whole thing is how can you try to take healthcare away when you got people dying at such a high rate that is unreal, and you don't have a better plan?
and that's the thing that we need to look at because if you don't have health care, what they're gonna do, say they can't treat you?
Absolutely. Or
So
they
I mean,
just treat you bad.
exactly. And
Give you the
sometimes
bare minimum.
And sometimes they do that with us as far as Black people with insurance. They
Absolutely.
still treat you bad. That's why you're right. We have to get more people in office that look like us, that know our struggle, that's Black and that's people of color. Because I mean, it's really sad when you go to try to get help at these places. If you don't have insurance, you can forget about it,
But
you
yeah,
know.
and then
And
these
sometimes you
urgent
don't
care,
even do.
that those are rapists.
A lot of times,
Work
yes.
cares are rapists. Their prices are so high and so ridiculous. It's beyond measure. I'm like, are you serious right now? It's
And
crazy. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
And you're right as far as him trying to take away Obamacare. Why would you take away health care right now? This is not the time to deal with that. People need the health care. And then anybody who's ever signed up for Obamacare know this is one of the few times when you can get it when it's not open enrollment. Because if you lose your job or if you have any type of life changing situation, you can go ahead and sign up. So a
Right,
lot of people have been signing up because they've lost their job, they lost their health care. Now he's trying to get rid of it. That's
right.
crazy. This is what we really needed the most.
Yeah. And then I can't understand how even with the unemployment as high as it is, over 1.5 million people that are unemployment, that they're saying you have to show that you're out here trying to apply for a job. I'm like, okay, apply for a job. You about to shut us back down? Like, how in the world you do a virtual one, but for what?
And then what
In
about
my
people who are
field,
self-employed?
yeah, because in my field, that there's not. I mean, I can't call up a beauty shop and be like, "Hey, you hiring a stylist, a licensed cosmetologist?" You know what I'm saying? Um, Otherwise, you have to go into another field. But the whole thing is, so many jobs are going to be depleted that we have to get creative. We have to think about self and family. We have to be able to create
Mm,
a way to make money. So if this does happen again, it does not catch us with our pants totally down,
right,
um, to the point where, we about to get put out and we about to do this and do that. Come on, people, we got to do better. We
right.
have to do better. You know, it's just crazy how all of this stuff is going, and then you have to ask yourself why.
Well, I think we have all gotten too comfortable. It's like I want to read what Sheila said about we have to read these people bios. We need to know what they're about. We can't just vote them along party lines anymore. You can't just vote straight Democrat. You can't just vote straight Republican. You got to know what these people stand for.
Right,
And we got too comfortable and not really taking the time to know what these people stand for, not knowing the laws they can get ready to pass, being comfortable, not being educated in what's going on in our world. That's why this is happening. I feel like that's part of the reason because it's a wake up call for us to know you got to pay attention to what's going on around you.
yeah,
These people do not care about us. I like what you said about it's time to take care of self and family. We really need to be looking out for ourselves instead of people trying to advocate for, oh, open the bars back up, let people enjoy their life. You need to realize, try to figure out what you're going to do with the rest of your life.
right,
What if it all fall down?
yeah. I was looking at the men and women that were out there protesting for the beauticians to go back to work early. And I'm like, for what? Because we get them clients, we shampooing them, they're coughing, they're talking to us, they're, uh, you know, half the time they got issues already, so they don't want to necessarily wear a mask. But even with wearing a mask, you still in too close a proximity shampooing somebody's hair.
Yeah,
And
that is pretty
the pandemic
close.
has not uh, contained itself whatsoever. So I was like, why are they trying to rush to go back to work? I'm not trying to rush to go back until they can get a hold on this of what is going on, because literally uh we still in the danger zone. And now they see that our numbers are higher now. Before the pandemic had really got going, we were like one of the leading places that were low. Now we like one of the highest. We done surpassed New York.
Yes. Houston, Texas, Florida is really getting it real bad right now because I think we are the states that was rushing to open.
Yeah,
People was worried about their money. People worried about their business closing down. And I get it. I understand. But at the same time, your life and the lives of the people that you love gotta be more important than money.
yeah. Like you can't put a price tag on that. You cannot.
No, no, and I think I just like everything else we've seen with the protests, with the Black Lives Matter, with all these companies saying, "Oh, we want to change this." because it's insensitive. We want to change that because it's insensitive. What we are seeing is that a lot of this stuff could have been done before now. You could have been put up Black Lives Matter. You could have been got rid of Aunt Jemima. You could have been done a whole lot of things. And just like some of these employers, some people could have been working from home. Now all of a sudden, oh, you can work from home. You could have been letting these people work from home.
Right. And
And
who was
and
that
that's
big
what
white
we
man
noticed.
that when you leave Houston going to Dallas, who was that big white man statue? Who was that?
I don't know what part of what I'm bad with directions. I don't know. I have no
The
idea.
big white man statue.
Is it
You know,
Sam Houston?
okay, maybe that's it. So what has he done? Who the heck is he? I don't even know.
I don't know either, because I think that might be a Southern thing. But what I do know is the Black Lives Matter people do know. We need to get some folks on here to tell us, because I'm telling you, they coming for these statues. And I'm not mad at them. I
And
feel
I
like we
like
should
the
have
fact that
been.
it's not been black people, but it's been a lot of white people tearing them statues down. Like the tree. Now that's what really tickled me. I was like, okay, okay.
Yes. Well, because they see too. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to see that this country have been discriminating against us forever.
Yeah, okay.
They have never answered for slavery. They have
Right.
never answered for the things they do, that killing our men, killing our women, and the way that they, discriminate us with housing, jobs, finances. You can't get a business loan. All this stuff been going on. You
Hmm.
can't, as a black business, get a loan. They take you through all these changes, trying to give you a little bit of change, but
They
then
don't want you to apply for another loan, and then they turn around knowing that they're gonna turn around and turn you down anyway.
yes, but then these other companies, white owned companies, and once they start listing women as a minority, and this is what people didn't understand. They listed women when they start considering women and females as a minority, then that got rid of most of our minority opportunities because it's going to white women.
Yeah.
And it's like, wait a minute. I understand what you're saying, trying to help female owned businesses, but where's the money going to? Mostly white female owned businesses. It's
Oh,
still at the end of the day not going to us.
yeah. That's like the HBCUs. The minority there is the Hispanics and the whites
Mm-hmm. It's
getting all
always
over.
trying to push us out. It's always trying to push us down. And we have to start being smart. I think this is the first time that we really had people of other races standing by us and saying, look,
Yeah,
this is wrong.
absolutely
It's enough of this.
unprecedented.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we have to still keep the fight up. We can't feel like, oh, it's over now because they arrested these officers. No, we want to see them go to jail, and we want to see this stop
And do
happening.
it in real time. And not only that, but just like they did with that black Houston police officer here after that no knock, excuse me, when this gentleman who had killed George Floyd, had already had like 18 uh, complaints or whatever against him. You need to go back through they crime records and start re-looking over all of this stuff and letting these other people go because clearly he had an issue with black people.
Yeah.
Clearly, you
Well, a
know.
lot of them have issues with black people, and that's why they get into that line of work. Because they
Yeah,
know if I get into this, if I get into law enforcement, I can go crack some heads and ain't nobody gonna say nothing to me.
right.
Some of them, that's the reason why they choose that profession, because they know they can have the authority over people, they can treat people like crap. And a lot of them, it ain't just black people, they treat their own people like that because
Yeah,
they have this authority, and they'll pull you over and talk to you crazy. They do all kind
right,
of stuff.
right. Because I said the same thing in that instance. He was doing everything right over $20, and then come to find out they said the $20 it wasn't counterfeit after all.
They
Are you
don't need a
serious?
reason. They don't need a reason. All they need is to be able to hold you down and say you was resisting. They don't need a reason. It's
Mhm.
just like the young man Elijah McClain. He wasn't doing nothing wrong. He was just walking home. He was just
Breonna Taylor,
walking
she
home.
was just in her house sleep.
I mean, you don't get it. Don't get no worse than that when you just in
And
your
then
house.
they tried to cover that one up, but then didn't realize that the boyfriend, was on the phone with 911, and they had no choice but to drop the charges. And finally, after what 3 4 months, they didn't finally charge the man, and let them go from the police department.
Yeah, that's a really sad case. When they can do these no knock warrants, just bust in your house and just start shooting.
Yeah.
And you're not supposed to shoot
Not-
back.
Right. And then 8 times in the middle of the night. Come on now. And
What
my
how
thing
do you
is,
feel
you can
safe?
shoot somebody in the arm. You can shoot them in the leg. You don't have to shoot them to kill.
Well, why do you have to shoot anyway if you serving a warrant? That's the thing about the Breonna Taylor case that I didn't understand. Why do you have to come in shooting if you are serving a warrant? And then yes, if the person defending their house, you coming in the middle of the night.
Absolutely.
Why
Yeah.
do you have to serve warrants like that? And now they're trying to outlaw that, and they should outlaw that because
You
that's just
should.
taking things too far. When a person feel like they're not safe at home, that's when we start going crazy.
Like I'm at home sleep
It don't
and
get
I
no
get
worse.
murdered. I'm at home sleep and I get murdered.
Yeah, it don't
By
get
a
no worse
police officer. That's the crazy part. By a
than that.
police officer.
And then the person that they was looking for was already in custody. We really, somebody really need to go to jail behind this. This one is really messed up.
Yeah.
The whole situation with Breonna Taylor, that's really messed up.
Yeah. But it's sad that it took that happened before Floyd. And it's so sad that that one practically almost went it got swept under the carpet.
Because people don't care, and a lot of times people don't know what's going on. And then like I said before, we have let Americans turn us into how they are, where black people, you didn't have to know another black person. If it was somebody black, you cared about that person. If you see somebody black on the side of the road broke down, you be like, let me find somebody to help this person, or let me
Right.
help this person. Now we don't got like these white Americans, these other cultures. Well, if it ain't me and mine, I don't care. And we have to change
The
that.
police will ride past you. What? The police will
Yes,
ride past you.
yes.
I've been stranded on the side of the road, and the police will ride past you. And I'm like, come on now, are you serious right
Yes. I like what Sheila said. Sheila Mosley said this type of madness has been going on forever and has gone without any justice. But I
now?
will say God is showing up all wrongdoing now in every realm. And that is true.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, we're seeing it now. It's not that we didn't see it before, but now the whole world seeing it. That was the thing with George Floyd. You had people over in Berlin, Germany, with big old murals of George Floyd.
Who didn't even know the man.
Yes.
Neo singing at his funeral.
Yes. But
You
see,
know,
that's the reason why I feel like this time, and I talked about this a little bit yesterday, this is a time for people to really rise up. This is a difference. I don't know, for everybody who's spiritual, you feel different right now. It's a different feeling, even in the atmosphere. It's a time where anybody can become somebody.
yeah,
Anybody can come out of nowhere. The next thing, everybody know their name.
yeah.
So that's the reason why everybody needs to stand up, let their voice be heard, do like Shareece did. If you're watching and you see that beautiful picture behind her, she made that, she did that. Look, this is a time for everybody to just stand up, find your calling, find your gift, find your voice. You never know how God want to use you. This the time.
Yeah.
This is the time. I
I
mean,
even like uh, the mayor of Atlanta. I love the way she's taking charge, cleaning up her police department. You know, they've had several of them that ended up quitting and calling in. Let them call in. You
I think
know
that's sad that you would rather quit than to do right.
that part.
That's showing
But
us.
it shows their colors of who they really are. Who
And
they really are.
that's another theme of this year. If you haven't seen it in your personal life, then maybe you need to take a closer look. A theme of this year is true colors. I have
Mhm.
seen true colors of so many people this year, even people that you thought you knew. Even before the pandemic, it's like people start really showing who they were. Now, when the pandemic happened, before the protests, you notice people had a lot more time. So you start seeing people post on social media who used to be at work, and now they had a lot more time on their hands. And you
Mhm.
see, like, I didn't know this person was like that. And you really seeing people for
Yeah,
who they are in 2020. If
yeah.
you see it before, you sure enough seeing it now.
You so right. You so right.
And that's across the board. I
Yeah.
remember back in January when people was grieving because of Kobe Bryant, and then you had people going on social media making jokes about this man dying, and it's like, wow, what's wrong with people? But people were showing their true colors even back then.
Yeah.
People was, criticizing people for grieving this man because we didn't technically know him. But a lot of people were saddened by his death because we have been fans of him. Even
Right.
in January, people were showing their true colors, and it's still going on right now.
Right.
All you
Right.
got to do is pay attention.
You're right. You're right. And then I was saying, like, even it they show their true colors, even with the census.
Yes.
I was watching the census, a commercial, and it gets up under my skin every time I see this one commercial where it shows the husband at home with the daughter. He's talking about the wife getting off work late, and she got to walk home from the bus stop.
Mm, I hadn't seen that one.
Oh, they play it all the time. You just hadn't paid it attention, but it's a census commercial. So I was like, hmm. So apparently the husband don't work.
Right? Okay.
He's taking care of the baby. They don't have a car, and the wife works, but she got to take the bus home and then walk from the bus stop to the house.
Are these people black? Because I haven't seen that one.
And you know this. That's what I'm trying to get to.
Oh my God. Hey, Victoria. Victoria says she saw that one. I haven't
Absolutely.
seen that.
It gets up under my skin every time I see it because I'm like, they wouldn't have done that if it would have been somebody of another color.
So you feel like it's like a message. They giving us a subliminal.
Absolutely. The
Mm,
man don't work. Typical
mm-hmm,
black man, not working. He at the house taking care of the kid while
mm.
the black woman is busting her butt, but they so poor they don't even have a car. She on the bus line.
Well,
And he's
you
saying
know,
how he wish he could, be able to walk to the bus, or he hates that she doesn't get a chance to see the little girl go to bed at night because she gets off so late. And by the time she gets home from the bus stop, the little girl is asleep.
wow. See, I had not seen that one.
Mm,
And I agree with you. If it was a white couple, if it was white people, it would have been framed a whole different way. It would have been more, the
Hispanic,
woman definitely would have been waiting on the
90,
man.
right.
Yes.
And I was like, really? Y'all could have put another kind of spin on that video, that commercial?
Because at every opportunity they try to show us how they think we should be, or they try to tell us how they think we are. That's the reason why black voices, black commercials, black companies, black radio stations, magazines, TV shows is important, because we know the truth about who we are. They
Right.
try to show us what we think we are, or tell us. It's just like in the music, they will elevate these people who want to talk about booty shaking and sexing and all this. They're gonna elevate these people. When you get somebody talking about real love or community, or talking about let's grow together, let's get to love each other, they ain't trying to elevate you. You will be sitting down for a minute before anybody know your name. But all you got to do is talk about degrading women. If
Yeah.
you're a woman, talking about, all this stuff that they talking about, and they will elevate you, because that's what they want us to see. That's the message they want to get out about us, just
Right.
like that commercial.
Yeah.
And Victoria says white musicians are showing their true colors. Ooh, Victoria, I want you to speak on that one. Tell us more about that, because
Right.
I feel like everybody's showing their true colors. Look at all the apologies you see in the news. So many white people have to apologize for stuff, and
Retracting
some
their
of them,
words. You know what you were saying.
yes, some of them stuff they did years ago. Now I just saw that they're taking the episode of the Golden Girls off of Hulu because they was in blackface. Now I ain't never seen that episode.
I ain't never seen that episode either. And I love me some Golden Girls.
I do too. But you know, why was it okay then? Now you want to go and take off all these shows. Now to me, I'm not going to be happy until you put back the Cosby Show. Y'all should have never touched that. Y'all took it away because Bill Cosby went to prison. Now you can't find the Cosby Show nowhere. But y'all want to take all these episodes down because people in blackface. No, just give us the Cosby Show back. That's what I want. If you want to really do something for black people, give us that back. They could not wait to take the Cosby Show away from us. That's part of the reason why they came after him so hard. They
That
could
was one of the first TV shows that showed black people in a positive light.
right. And then have
Upper
we had
class,
anything since?
upper class. I was just watching a thing on YouTube, girl. I love biographies and stuff like that. So I'm always watching Unsung and different ones. And they were just saying that Good Times was the first black show sitcom for black people, but there was never nothing good going on in the hood. Versus the Huxtables was one of the very first sitcoms for nighttime shows that blew it out the water. But then
Right.
so many executives, when it was shopped around, was like, people are never going to believe that there are middle class people. When, of course, there are doctors and lawyers. People do have doctors and lawyers for parents.
Of course.
That's not so far fetched. And it was just amazing, regardless as to what Bill Cosby did, the thought process was so ahead of his years
Yes.
that, and then you take it away. Y'all still show stuff with Michael Jackson. You still show that show 2 Men and a Charlie Sheen,
2.5 men.
2.5 Men. He
Well,
was giving
see,
HIV prostitute with the prostitutes.
but now see, this the thing. When we go back to them talking about us taking down statues, they act like they don't understand why we don't want statues up of a slave owner, but they understand taking away the Cosby Show. It's the same thing. Y'all
Yeah.
say we can't watch the Cosby Show because y'all say Bill Cosby is a rapist. Well, we know these slave owners was rapists, murderers. They was,
Those
enslaving our people, and we want these statues
sleeping
gone.
with our people,
Yes,
having
raping us,
kids with our people.
doing whatever they wanted to our people. But y'all want to take down a prominent black man, get rid of everything he did in history, take away the Cosby Show, take away all this. But then we start talking about get rid of these slave owners statues, get rid of this Confederate flag, and now they want to give us grief. And
Right.
that's why we gotta let them have it. We can't let up. Just like they keep they foot on our neck, we gotta keep our foot on theirs. We cannot let up. We gotta let them know we're not happy. This ain't going down like this.
We definitely need to start looking up the different people that are in office and just letting it be known as to, who's for the people and who are not.
Yeah, and I believe that if we educate ourselves as far as the politicians and know who's for what, we can vote better. Right now, when it comes to president, neither one of these people are good for us. And we know that. But we got to choose the lesser of the two evils. We cannot have another 4 years of Donald Trump. We cannot. We're not going to survive it, especially black folks. We're not going to survive that. Joe Biden, he ain't that much better, but at least he ain't as bad as Donald Trump. We need to get him out of there. Then we need to encourage each other, get in office. Can't no old white man tell me what I need for my life. They don't know my life. What do they know?
Right.
So we need to encourage each other. I would love to see some people that I know get into office. And
Mm,
as you can see, Donald Trump got president. So it's not like back in the past where you had to have a perfect lifestyle to get in office.
right.
Anybody can get in office now. And a
Right.
lot of us, as far as black people, need to get in there. We know what we need as people. We know the programs we need, the services our people need. We know how to answer the questions that we need answered. These folks don't know when the last time any of them went to a grocery store and bought food.
Okay.
Years. because they got somebody doing that for them. When is the
Right.
last time any of them had to ride public transportation? Probably never. They don't even drive themselves places. So why do we have these people making decisions for our lives? We can't do that no more. We got to do something different.
You're right
We got to
about
do
that.
something
We
different.
definitely gotta do something different. As I said, the next couple of weeks coming up and coming up to the primaries and everything else, because they're getting ready to open up the polls for that. We got to start educating these people because we have a platform. They can replay it. The whole that's the good part about this Facebook Live. They can replay it and everything. And literally, uh, if we're gonna be responsible people in what we're putting out in our content, we got to educate them.
Right. We definitely got to educate. And that's the reason why I think it's important for us to admit the fact that no, Joe Biden is not the best candidate for us. We can admit that. But Donald Trump is the worst.
Right.
We have to vote against Trump. It's not so much of a vote for Biden, it's a vote against Trump. We
Right.
have to get him out of there. We need people who are in touch with what's going on. At least Joe Biden has some sense of what's going on. Donald Trump don't know what's going on from day to day. He don't know what's going on. This man talks out the side of his neck. He's just as ignorant as he want to be.
Every day.
And for black people who say don't vote, it don't matter, y'all doing the most. It does matter.
It
We
does.
need to vote. Do
That's what
not
the
encourage.
white people think. It don't matter.
These are the same people who didn't vote, and that's the reason why Trump won. Because y'all was like, oh, it don't matter, Hillary got him beat. No, Hillary was looking crazy along with the rest of us. We thought there was no way this man was gonna win. And look at us now. Look at us now.
November the 9th was the worst day.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Oh my God.
Terrible. It
Well,
was a nightmare.
you being the president, I thought it was bad when Bush got a second term, that son. But baby, when I seen that Trump was our president, I was disgusted.
Yes, yes. Everybody was
Real
talking about
disgusted.
moving. We was gonna all move to Canada. But I'm
Girl,
telling you for sure. Thank you, baby. I'm telling you for sure. If he gets back in, I might have to check out Toronto.
man. I'm just like, I'm so over him. I just don't. It's amazing of the things that come out of his mouth, and he's unapologetic for it.
Because he doesn't think he's wrong. Sheila, I like to read what Sheila said. She said, we really need advocates on ballots who are compassionate about youth facilities. They need more than just Boys and Girls Club and YMCA. The younger people are definitely our future, and you can truly lead with the correct backing. I agree with that. I think that we need to push more young people into politics and really get them to understand what the role is about. But
Right,
they're not going to do it until we do it.
right,
We have sat on the sideline long enough complaining. It's time for us to get out there. And then we need to support each other when we do get out there because we are the people who really know what needs to happen in this world to get change.
right.
I mean, if you think about it, other countries have done way more for their people in terms of stimulus. They gave us a $1,200 check and said, make it work. What you gonna do with that? Other countries have put on a rent freeze, a mortgage
Hey,
freeze.
one bill.
If it paid a whole bill, you know,
Look, look, it's just
$1,200.
one bill.
We need people in office who actually pay bills, who actually know what it's like to have to rob Peter to pay Paul. These people
Check
don't
and
know.
balances. Yeah, because
Yes,
all we do is file bankruptcy every 4 or 5 years. So
absolutely. We need people who know what it's like out here to struggle and know that you work every day and still can't pay all your bills. That's a bad situation to be in. When you
yeah,
work every day
every day.
and
Yeah,
still got to worry about, do I eat or do I pay the electric bill? We shouldn't
yeah.
have to live like that in this
Yeah.
country. We should
And the
not have to live
crazy
like that.
part is that they see the injustices and nobody speaks up.
But see, that's the reason why I say We have to use our voice. We have to use our platform. No matter how small you may think it is, we have to get out there and be heard. We have to say something because, like I said, they will elevate anybody. Like this Candace Owens, she gets on online and she talk about George Floyd was a criminal. He's no hero. He was a drug addict, and they elevate.
Girl,
They
that
elevate
right
her.
there, right. But anything negative, just like Trump, he only chimes in on the negative stuff.
Well, I think that is the reason why we have gone astray because we have learned as people to go along to get along. And we didn't used to be like that. We
Right.
used to be people who say, wait a minute, this ain't right. I don't like this. This ain't right.
You right.
But now we have learned how to go along to get along. And that is something that we really got to stop doing. We got to stand up. When we know something ain't right, we got to stand up and say, look, this ain't right.
Right.
This ain't
Instead of
right. We got
trying to go along with it.
Yes, we have to do better. So as far as, with this wellness check, that's what we want to do today, a wellness check, see how everybody is doing, and just kind of let y'all know it's okay to get help if you're not okay. It's okay.
Absolutely.
It's okay to say you're not okay.
Mhm.
I
It's
mean,
okay to cry. It's okay to
yes.
do all of that.
It's okay to not show up. Sometimes we feel like you got to show up for everything. You got to say yes to everything. When people invite you to stuff or people ask you to do stuff, sometimes it's okay to just take time to yourself and say, look, I'm not okay. I can't do it today.
Right.
I'm not going to be able. I got to take care of myself. And we have to learn, especially as Black people, self care, self care, self care. We have to learn how to take care of ourselves. We talked about this a little bit yesterday on my show. We talked about self care and self love and forgiveness. And I think I want to touch on that a little bit more because a lot of people chimed in and even show and was saying about how good that was when we were talking about self-forgiveness, forgiving yourself. And sometimes we hold on to mistakes we made, we hold on to issues that we have with our own selves, and it shows in everything we do because you
Right.
got to be able to say, I forgive you to yourself. You got to be able to move forward and move past. And
And
so
to
for
say that you deserve it and you're worth it.
Yes. Yes, because you can't forgive nobody else if you can't forgive yourself. You have to do that. We
Right.
hold ourselves sometimes harder than we hold other people. You make one mistake and then your whole day thrown off. You feel like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have said that. I should have been better. I should have did better. But this is the time during this pandemic, and a lot of people are sharing these memes that say, if you don't, if you need to be hustling right now. You need to be grinding. You need to do whatever is good for you.
Right.
If you need to rest, then rest.
In your
If you
house.
sometimes you don't need to hustle. Sometimes it's time for you to chill.
Hmm.
You need to do whatever is good for you.
Hmm. You so true. That is so true. I
Yeah,
know
that's why.
whenever I sit longer than 10 minutes, girl, I just force a habit. I'm about to nod off or do something because I'm so used to on the go, on the go, on the go, on the go. So having this time has made me appreciate and live in the moment of things and just be like, thank you. Thank you for a roof over my head. Thank you for the bills being paid.
Yeah.
Just appreciative of the small things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was close to my family, so I talk to them all the time. So my mom was able to come down last week. So this morning we went and my niece had her senior pictures done.
Mm-hmm.
And, and I had some clients that came by last night to get their hair done. And then I was up doing some resin coasters and a picture. And I ain't go to bed at 4:30 and then was right back up at 7 and been going ever since. So it's like, after this, I'm like, I'm just gonna rest and just absorb everything and just take in and just enjoy just being alive because there's so many people that's on the streets living under bridges that uh have a little bit of comfort, but it's sometimes I just wonder because I've talked to I was talking to a lady a couple of weeks back who was homeless, and her and the guy were so content and so happy, just the fact that they were just alive and able to get something to eat.
And see, that's what we lack because we so busy trying to pay everything and live up to whatever standards, have this, have that, and compete with each other.
Mm,
That's some of the reason why some people don't want to get off the street. They content.
yeah,
They feel good. They know, look, I may not have a place to live, but as long as I can eat or survive through the day, they happy.
right.
And some of
And
us
this-
need to come to that conclusion in our life that as long as we got a roof over our head, we got food on our back, and we got clothes to eat, we should be okay. We should be okay.
You're right. You're right about that.
And we have to learn how to be grateful for that. But for me, I know that, we're coming to a close. Shareece over here nodding. For
Yeah,
me, I would say this.
I'm
I'm a,
so relaxed.
you know what? That's
During the conversation, I'm just so at peace. I'm telling you, I'm at peace. I'm like, yes, just let it flow.
and you know what? That's part of the beauty of this pandemic time. If you don't do nothing else with it, find your peace.
Yeah.
And I think when you're so busy all the time and you're working and you're going, sometimes you don't realize you just need to chill. You need to just have peace. For
Mhm.
me, I think the first part of the pandemic, I was eating everything in sight. I'm telling you, I have really gained. And being doing these shows, I've been looking at the replays. I'm like, oh my God, my face is huge. I have gained so much. But then I realized to myself, girl, you're gonna be all right. You still here, you're still alive, you're
Yeah.
healthy. Now you got some time to work on it. Ain't like you're gonna be going out nowhere. Just get
Yeah.
it together.
Yeah. I have a client who had liver transplant about a year ago, a little over a
Hmm.
year. And so she was saying that her husband, he always is kind of joking with her about her weight because she's gained some weight. And she's in like about a 10, 12. She's like, this is the biggest that I've ever been in my entire life. I'm almost 60, a little over 60. I take that back. So I was like, well, I would much rather see you live and healthy at a 10, 12 than fighting for your life at a size 3.
I know that's right. I know that's right. And that's what, I had to come to is realize, look, at least I'm healthy. I'm here. Yes, I need to work on it. Good Lord knows. I ain't never been skinny. I ain't never been out of control. And I'm getting on that level of a little bit out of control. I looked in the mirror the other day. I was like, girl, what you trying to do? Calm down. Slow it
Yeah.
all the way down.
And I love to cook. So it's like, ooh, okay, y'all got to slow down because I don't know how to cook small.
Oh, I
I don't
know,
know
me
how to
either.
cook one person. I don't know how to cook. And the other day I made beans and some turkey legs and some rice. No, I didn't cook a half a bag of beans. I cooked the whole pot of beans.
Right.
And then whenever I had a few essential clients that I do, so they come over, they're like, "Girl, what you cook?" Good. I'm glad you said that. So I'm trying to shove them food as they leave out or whatever. But I'm like, you know what? It is what it is, and you just do better. So I started buying more fruits and vegetables versus ice cream.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah, my thing is Pop Tarts. I terrible Pop Tart the minute.
Really? See, I don't have no problem with that, but I'm gonna tell you, ice cream is my weakness. When we first went on the pandemic, I was ice cream, ice cream, ice cream, ice cream, cookies. Oh my God, nachos. I like to make my own nachos with all this stuff just loaded on top. But I'm telling you, I love that pistachio ice cream. And then I'll go buy extra pistachios and put it in the ice cream. Just
I
doing the
might
most.
have to pistachio. Look, I'm just as bad because I do the
What you talking about? Ice cream?
uh huh But I started doing the HEB brand because they have some really good ice cream. I love butter pecan.
Mm-hmm.
And then the leche, dolce de leche.
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, the
The
problem
game.
is when you at home and you're not really going out and you're not really working every day, you at home or you working from home, it's easy to just feel hungry or just feel like you want something to snack on.
Yeah, because the whole thing is, I don't care how big your house is. It is about four main rooms you go in: living
Yeah,
room, kitchen, bedroom, and bathroom.
right. And it
So
get
once you make them rounds about three, four times, what else is there to do? You know what
right. Them snacks start looking real good.
I'm saying? I'm going to get a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yes.
Really?
So now my new strategy is to buy a whole bunch of cucumbers and carrots and tuna, some healthy stuff. I gotta get away from these sweets because these sweets have been the thing. They have been my go-to. But I realize because it's a little like boredom eating, anxiety eating. It's just
Mhm.
when you ain't got nothing else to do, my almonds be looking real good. And I don't have to I should have got the raw almonds, but I got the almonds with the honey roasted and the chipotle flavor,
Yeah, them, those are good ones.
all these flavored almonds. But
Hmm.
just like anything else, it's a process. It's a process. And hopefully by the time we come out of this pandemic, I'll be back to normal. But Lord knows I have experienced a change.
Right.
But yeah, I just want to encourage
Exactly.
everybody who's listening or who's watching or who's going to watch the replay. It's all about wellness, and we want to do a wellness check today. Make sure everybody's okay. Check on yourself every day. Do a wellness check, like Shareece said. After this, she can go rest, get her and enjoy her day. Sometimes we feel guilty just resting. Sometimes that's what you need to do, though.
That would be me. That would be me. My client just said that to me earlier today. She said, I said, well, when I get finished with this, I'm gonna come over to your house and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this. She was like, no, rest. I
Yeah.
promise you, it's not that serious. I'm gonna be here tomorrow. I've been waiting all this time. Just rest. And I don't know how to rest. And for the last probably 2, maybe 3 days, I think I've been up painting and doing different things to like minimum 3:30, 4 o'clock. And
Wow.
then my body does not sleep past say 9, maybe 10. But
Wow.
9:30 is about the latest that I'm gonna sleep. I automatically get up. It's like clockwork. I can't. And then if I take a nap in the middle of the day, then I'm really gonna be up all night.
Yes. Yeah, that was my
Really
mistake I
good.
made. But you need to rest, and sometimes we got to let it be okay. We got to just tell ourselves everything going to be there when I get up. Everything going to be
That
there.
part.
It's okay. And you know what I had to learn? It's okay sometimes just to do nothing. It's okay. You're going to be all right. If you just sit there and do nothing, you're going to be all right. I'm similar to you. I feel like I should be doing something. I'm
That is
going to
the
look for something
hardest
to do.
thing for me is to do nothing.
But we have to learn sometimes it's okay.
Yeah.
Take your phone, put it on the charger, turn that thing over, turn that ringer off, and
Mhm.
just chill.
Yeah.
Just be cool, be okay. And what
Yeah.
I had to learn is be cool, be okay without a snack. Because sometimes I just feel like everything requires a snack. So I'm gonna watch my TV shows. I need a snack with that. I'm going to do some work on the computer. I need a snack with that. You
Yeah.
know, I'm gonna do this show. I need a snack with that. Now I'm
Yeah.
realizing it's okay to do stuff without a snack because these snacks is leading to some extra pounds,
Well,
and that is not healthy.
I got some chips and salsa. I was gonna start chewing. I said, because people already be like, "What do you do with your mouth?" I'm like, I don't know. I just it just be watering. So I'm like, I don't want to be on here like dry mouth or whatever, but my mouth just be watering. I'm like, I don't know what I'm
But you
doing.
know what? I heard Dr. R say this, and this one made me make the connection. He said people who do a lot of snacking, especially when they do crunchy snacks like chips or nuts or anything that's crunchy, it's because they need something to do, and their body, that crunching is giving them something to do, and it's learned behavior. So in order to replace that, do something else. Get up and walk around and do some exercises or start a project. Your body is just telling you you need something to do. So because you've learned how to do that, you'll just reach for a snack. Now, people like me and you, we so high strung, we could do five things at once.
Right.
So that's the reason why if I'm watching TV, normally I say, let me give me a snack because really my head is saying, I want to be doing something else besides watching TV. So now I had to learn to get my crochet needle. Now I crochet while I watch TV and I don't need a snack. Or I'm going to get me one of those bikes, exercise bike, and just ride the bike while I'm watching TV. So it's all about knowing why you are doing what you're doing. And when I heard that on Dr. Oz, it made sense to me because I know I'm not hungry all these times, but my
Right.
mind works that way where I need to be doing something. And I like to be doing more than one thing at once. So that's what showed me I need to find something else to replace this snacking.
Mhm.
So that's
Right.
my plan. That's what I'm gonna do.
You're right. I started buying like oranges and stuff like that. Like quit, but I'm not a big snacker, but I do like sweets. So I
Hmm.
won't. I'm not. I don't buy chips and all of that kind of stuff. Like I have chips here at the house. I had some chips here at the house. They probably was there about a month. And when
Oh
one of my
Lord.
friends came down from Dallas, she was eating them. I said, "Are they okay? They not stale?" She was like, "No." She said, "They've been stale. I'd been through these away." I said, "Oh, I'm surprised because they've been here 3 or 4 weeks." Salt is not my issue. It's the sweet.
See, it's sweets for me too, but lately I have noticed that I wanted something more crunchy. And that's the reason why when Dr. Oz said that, it hit my ear because I was like, wow. So it really don't have nothing to do with me being hungry. It's more of my mind feeling restless and feeling like I want to do something. I want more to do. I want more and more and more. So now I have to find more things to do. And that's easy. That's a quick fix. So
Hmm.
if anybody else out there that's listening or watching is feeling that, maybe that's can work for you too. Just do something else. Find something else to do. Some people is okay sitting still, but I've never been the type of person that can sit still. You know, I got to
Me
be doing something, reading something, watching something. I could literally read something and watch TV at the same time and get both of them. I know what's going on the show, and I know what I'm reading, and
right.
that's just how my mind works. So that snacking is was kind of like in the place of having something to do. So now that's the reason why I'm making sure that we keep doing our shows because I need something more to do. That's just the way my mind works.
Right.
And hopefully it will help somebody else. But before we go, Shareece, anything you got coming up that you want to tell people or any way they could support the boutique or anything you got going on?
Donate. No, I'm just kidding. Uh, I don't have anything. I have paintings, and I'm thinking about doing a online a Facebook Live auction
Oh, that'll be nice.
and auction it off some of my artwork. So if anybody is interested, put it in the chat or inbox me because I'm thinking about doing that. And I have, if you like bling, and I
Yeah.
have some other ones as well, but that's what I'm thinking about. I don't really have anything coming up other than trying to find a job that's going to make some money. So if I can make it work with these paintings, then I would love to do that because uh, so far doing what I love to do has always made me money, and this is my new passion. So,
Oh, that's awesome. We definitely should do the auction. So Sheila wants to know, do you deliver to other states?
oh yeah, I ship.
She does ship to other states, Sheila. So we're gonna try to get that organized and do the auction or even just do the sale online where people could see, the things because the picture that is above you, I really love it. It's beautiful. And it's a lot of people that, will support and will
Right.
want to buy your product. So we definitely want to schedule that. And when we schedule it, we'll let everybody know so that
Absolutely.
she can start doing her products. I think everybody should do something. Look, if I could crochet faster, I'd be selling some crochet. But it'll take me forever to get stuff done. But everybody should put something out there. Let's support each other. So hopefully when it's over, we all got something going. And we don't have to be leaving the house. And hey, everybody got it going on from the house.
From the house. Yeah.
It's possible. Let's get it popping. I think we could do it.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to encourage people to visit my website, lisadenin.com. You can also visit Stunner Radio website, stunnerradio.com. Keep following the shows. The shows are on Spotify, Google Podcasts, YouTube, and of course, Facebook Live. So if you want to watch the rebroadcast, you have all these platforms that you can watch them on. And we will be back next week. And hopefully, we will have a guest. If you want to be the guest on the show, just let us know. Reach out to me, myself or Shareece, and we're going to get it
Okay.
popping, y'all.
Absolutely. And I can be reached at all social media on at All For You Boutique. And that's A with three L's, the number four, the letter U, Boutique. And Facebook and Instagram. And the actual website will be coming up in a couple of weeks. So,
All right, we can't wait for that. And we're going to definitely let everybody know when the website launches. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. I appreciate your continued support. And trust me, everything starts small. I've done this before, so I already know how it is. And I am not ever discouraged by small numbers because all you need is really one listener. And
yeah,
they'll tell the rest. But I want to encourage anybody, if you want to do a show, a radio show, a talk show, write a book, do a play, get it popping now. Don't wait until somebody tell you it's okay to do it. Just do it. So many
that's
people have stories in their head. I wish I could sit down and pick Shareece's brain. I know she got a story. We could probably write a
Ooh.
whole soap opera. I mean, like, girl,
Yeah,
get these characters together. I'm sure we can come up with some drama series or something that would be very entertaining. Knowing
mhm,
Shareece and knowing me too, I got some characters in my head. So that's why I feel like if let's use our creativity. It's a reason why we have it. So
right,
let's all get together. Let's use our creativity, and let's get some things going, and let's support each other. Somebody need to know about whatever it is that you got on your head that you're not sharing with nobody. Share it. Somebody needs to know about it.
right.
So until next time, we will see you all. Take care. We'll see you next week.
See you next week. Same time, same
Bye.
station.